This genius, the Speaker of the House, what the hell is his name? Boehner. Do you know who is obstructing? Do you know who is preventing the convening of a special investigative committee to once and for all get to the bottom of the slaughter of Americans in Benghazi? The Republican Speaker of the House. He's obstructing it. Congressman Frank Wolf, he's been in Congress, I think, since 1980 or 82. He's a very mild-mannered man. He's not considered, one of the bomb throwers, so-called. But he's so troubled by this that he's even circulated a letter. And do you know a majority of the Republicans in the House of Representatives, they have asked the Speaker of the House to convene a special investigative committee, and he refuses to do it. Boehner is obstructing the investigation. We put out a Republican report. Republican report is no good. That's not how you conduct an investigation. And the Democrats are in full obstruction cover-up mode. I don't care if it's a president of the United States acting as a pervert, sleazing around with interns, accused of sexual assault, actually accused at one time of rape. Then they put him up at the DNC convention, one of the great speakers. War on women, Bill Clinton. You go, what the hell is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's Ameritopia. It's Obama in Wonderland. We shall continue because we shall overcome. Gregory Hicks, the number 2 civil servant, career civil servant, State Department official in Libya, under the now deceased ambassador, questioning today in front of the House committee. Congressman Patrick Mahenry, Republican, North Carolina. Cut 5, go.
Was there any awareness that it was the events occurred because of a YouTube video?
The YouTube video was a non-event in Libya.
Stop. Was a non-event in Libya, and a man sits in jail. Remember the feds? They were so concerned about this guy. Remember tens of thousands of your tax dollars on commercials in Pakistan and God knows what other hellholes, apologizing for a video that the people had never even looked at. And it was repeated time and again by the president, by the Secretary of State, by the ambassador to the UN, and by the same media that's participating in this cover-up. Notice not a single major media outlet is trying to find out where this poor schmuck is and interview him or his lawyers. Remember the guy had to go on the run? He had to hide his face? But don't worry, folks, this is a Republican scandal. Oh, the Republicans are behind it. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
Okay. And did you know about that within a couple days or the day of?
Yes.
Okay. And so did you report to anyone in Washington within the first couple of days that there was anything in connection, a protest in connection to a YouTube video?
No, the only report that our mission made through every channel was that there had been an attack on a consulate.
Not a protest?
No protest.
An attack, an attack, an attack. The last words from the ambassador, Greg, meaning this man. He's talking to this man here who's under oath testifying in front of the House. Greg, we're under attack. He didn't say, Greg, we're under a protest. He didn't say, Greg, they're rallying outside the building. He said we're under attack. Unbelievable that our country didn't come to the defense of these men. It makes me sick to my stomach. It's not a natural reaction if you're a red-blooded American. Americans are under attack. Well, by God, send in the military. No, we didn't. And here we are. They say it's so long ago. And that's the point. It's so long ago, and Obama still hasn't come clean. It's so long ago, and Hillary Clinton still hasn't come clean. Oh, they keep talking about her as president. And Obama, the greatest president since Obama. No, I didn't misspeak. Oh, she's ahead in the polls. Oh, she's so great. Oh, it's so wonderful. More from testimony today that you will not hear from the left-wing big corporate media in this country. You'll only hear it from me and some others on talk radio. That's it. And some bloggers. And Fox News. But that's it. More Gregory Hicks testimony. He's questioned by, is it Jim Jordan here? Looks like it. Jim Jordan of Ohio is a good man. Cut 6, go.
It seems to me that it came to a head in phone calls you were on with lawyers from the Department of State prior to Congressman Chaffetz coming to visit in Libya. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And tell me about those conversations, what those lawyers instructed you to do on Mr. Chaffetz's visit to Libya.
I was instructed not to allow the RSO, the acting deputy chief of mission, and myself to be personally interviewed by Congressman Chaffetz.
Stop. So they were obstructing an inquiry by a member of Congress. They were instructed not to talk to the Congressman Chaffetz, who's turning out to be a superstar, by the way. They were instructed not to talk to Congressman Chaffetz. Why? What were they hiding? We call it the truth. Continue.
So the people at State told you don't talk to the guy who's coming to investigate?
Yes, sir.
Said don't
Not
talk with the congressman? Now you've had several congressional delegations come to various places you've been around the world. Has that ever happened where lawyers get on the phone to you prior to a congressional delegation coming to investigate a time when we've had 4 Americans lose their lives? Have you ever had anyone tell you don't talk with the people from Congress coming to find out what took place?
Never.
Never. And you've had dozens and dozens of congressional delegations that you've been a part of?
Yes, sir.
First time it's ever happened?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First time they've ever had lawyers call them and tell them to keep their mouths shut. Who are these lawyers representing? Were these lawyers representing Hillary Clinton? Were these lawyers representing the State Department? Were these lawyers representing the federal government generally? Who were these lawyers representing, and what were their names? It's time for names. It's time for names with the cover-up. It's time for names with the talking points. It's time for names with the lawyers telling people to obstruct the congressman's inquiries. Names. We want names. Who was it at the White House who changed the talking points? Who was it that called off the military? And where the hell was the president? He was snoozing. He needed his sleep. He had to rest up. It was so crucial. He raised more money and beat Romney to death with it in those phony political ads. It was so crucial. You know Las Vegas, where he told us not to go? He kept going there to get money. How does this man sleep at night? Honest to God, I don't know. How does Hillary Clinton sleep at night? Honest to God, I don't know. These people have ice water in their veins. Gregory Hicks. Let us continue. Cut 7, go.
We determined that Lieutenant Colonel Gibson and his team of Special Forces troops should go. People
Stop.
in Benghazi.
So they determined that Lieutenant Gibson and this Special Forces team should be sent in. Let's start from the beginning. That they should be sent in. So what happened? Go ahead.
We determined that Lieutenant Colonel Gibson and his team of Special Forces troops should go. People in Benghazi had been fighting all night. They were tired. They were exhausted. We wanted to make sure the airport was secure for their withdrawal. As then and his 3 personnel were getting in the cars, he stopped and he called them off and told me that he had not been authorized to go.
Stop. So the Special Forces was told to stop. He called them off because he had not been authorized to go. Folks, I'm left to surmise as a matter of logic and my own experience and background. So keep that in mind. I'm surmising now. Unlike the news media, I tell you when I'm surmising. The President of the United States was either unavailable to give orders or gave orders to keep the military out of it and went to sleep. That's what they're covering up. He either failed to act or he acted in a way which you would find disgusting. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
The vehicles had to go because the flight needed to go to Benghazi. Lieutenant Colonel Gibson was furious. I had told him to go bring our people home. That's what he wanted to do. Paid me a very nice compliment. I won't repeat it here. So the plane went. I think it landed in Benghazi around 7:30.
So Lieutenant Gibson was ready. Special Forces wanted to go, and they were called off. There's a few of them here and there, but not many. And he's interviewing Pat Smith, whose son was slaughtered by terrorists on 9/11 of last year. And here's the exchange. Cut 13, hat tip, real clear politics, go.
Why did it happen? And she is in charge. Why couldn't she do something about it? I blame her.
You blame Secretary of State Clinton?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's her department. She's supposed to be on top of it, and yet she claims that she knows nothing. It wasn't told to her. Well, who is running the place?
And that's exactly right, folks. You know, the Democrats used to be proud of Harry Truman. They used to be proud of him. And Harry Truman, the buck stops here. You can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Now it's, no, the buck stops with Bush, James Buchanan. I don't know what the hell was going on. Hey, I get all these emails. What do you want from me? I'm busy. I hit my head. I don't have time. I don't do things on Sundays. Sorry. They love flying around. They love the majesty of the office. They love all the freebies. Oh, Your Honor. Oh, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. President. Oh, my God, there's the president. And then when it comes time to actually doing something courageous and being held to account, hey, what do you want from me? Just because I'm in charge doesn't mean I'm in charge, you know. I've never seen anything like it. They want more and more power. They want more and more centralized authority. And then when they have it and they use it improperly or fail to use it properly, fail to use it at all, it's, hey, it's not my fault. What do you want from me? I'll tell you what I want from you. I want you to act like a Secretary of State. And you, too, over there, I want you to act like a president. You've got all the power in the world. You've got all the resources in the world. But you just couldn't bring yourselves to do it, could you? You just couldn't bring yourselves to send the military in and save these men, could you? You're either too busy, self-absorbed with something, or you took a pass. And it cost 4 men their lives. And now you cower. You cower, hiding behind, the gates of the White House. You cower. You hide. You don't want to be forthcoming about what took place. You send out your minions to take the fall. You send out your lawyers to put the shoulder on some of these witnesses, like the mob. Pathetic. And by the way, where's the diplomatic corps? Surely there's an association. I mean, there's an association for everything. Where's the diplomatic association? Where's the ambassador association? Anybody heard them speak out? Are they petitioning anybody? No. Absolutely silent. Not a word. Why? Because their leadership, liberal Democrats. That's why. That's their religion. That comes first, second, and third. And that's the way it works in Washington, D.C. This is a massive scandal. And it's a scandal that's growing. And it's ensnaring the media, which is now part of the cover-up through their censorship. It's remarkable. People have said, this is going to take down Obama. No, it's not going to take down Obama. Who's going to take down Obama? The media? Who's going to take down Obama? Boehner? Who's going to take down Obama? The Republicans in the Senate who are too busy trashing Ted Cruz? Nobody's going to take down Obama, ladies and gentlemen. Obama doesn't have scandals. Whether it's his youth, whether it's his association with domestic terrorists, his heavy drug use when he was a young man, no matter. None of it's a scandal. None of it matters. Onward, liberal soldiers.